Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Gerel Matta. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial and we're going to be using the new palette from ColouredRaine, and this one is Cheers to the Beauty. This is what it actually looks inside. These colors are so beautiful. I will be doing some swatches somewhere in this video, just so you know. I also want to share with you that it does have a mirror, which is amazing. I'm sorry if I am blinding you, but it does have a mirror, which is really good, especially if you're traveling with this palette. The other product that I'm going to be using in this tutorial is the MORPHE brushes, and this is the Jaclyn's favorite brushes that she put together in a bundle. So these are all the brushes right here. I have them all inside. So yes, so these are the brushes that we're going to be using for this whole entire tutorial. And I want to share my opinions with you on what I think about the brushes. The other brushes that I can compare them with is the Sigma brushes. Those are the brushes that I've been using for a very long time. I do have some MAC brushes, Real Technique brushes as well. And the last one, if you haven't seen it, my Wet n Wild review for those brushes. So I do have a little bit of experience with brushes and what I like, and typically for what I use it for, and how these actually perform. I've had this since June of last year, and I want to share what I think about these brushes from a person that is not affiliated with Morphe, that actually spend her money on the brushes. I bought those brushes myself, and you know that I have nothing to do with Morphe really. I washed all my brushes. They are completely nice and clean, and yeah, I can talk to you a little bit more about what I think about the brushes as we go along. So yeah, so if you are interested in seeing the look and my thoughts about the brushes, please keep on watching. All right, so we're going to be using the mirror that is inside, so I'm actually just taking the little protection that comes with, and we have a nice clean mirror. So the brush that I'm going to be using is this blending brush, and this one is the M573. I'm going to take the first shade right here, which is Boutonniere, and I'm going to place that on my eyebrow, working it on my crease, and I am not going all the way down. I already did my brows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer, and that is all that I have in my brows. I usually don't set my brows until the end of my eye makeup, just in case if there's any eyeshadow fallout, or I just clear that with some clear brow gel from Anastasia, or my Give Me Brow by Benefit, Brow Stylist Plumper by L'Oreal. Any of those three will work. And I put a little bit of concealer, the Shape Tape, on my eyes. I don't have anything else. So I'm very happy that it has this type of shade in for your brow bone. I think it's really great, and it works really good for me. So the next shade that I'm going to take with the same brush, I'm going to be using Powder Room, and I'm going to be using the same brush. So when you dip your brush, it does have a little powder. I don't know if you can tell, but it does have a little kickback. I'm going to be working this shade on my crease and working it up. So I do really like these brushes. However, this particular blending brush feels a little pokey. Just so you know, this bundle is $155, and that is a lot of money for brushes, but you do get 23 brushes, a full set for eyes and face. You can use one of the codes from anybody that is affiliated with Morphe, and then you can save yourself a good chunk of money there. The shipping though, it is a little bit expensive, so just giving you the heads up on that. I don't know if you can tell, they do shed a little bit. I don't know if you can see that there's a little piece of hair right here coming out. They do shed, but they've lasted me 6 months, and they have all kept their shape pretty well. So I will let you know which ones are my favorite at the end. Okay, going in with another blending brush, and this one it's a little bit more taper This one is a little bit more fluffy and this one is a little bit more taper, so it's a little bit longer. It's going to go into our crease a little bit better. And I'm going to take the shade Raise Your Glass right here, this rosy color. And I'm just going to deepen my crease so you can just look down and place the color right on your crease. And these colors are blending so beautiful. It's not even funny. Going back with the first blending brush, and we're just going to grab a little bit of the second shade. And the second blending brush that I use is the M441. Now we're going to move on to M433, which is another blending brush. And this one, it's a lot smaller than the 3. So this is the first brush that we use. This is the second one right here. And I'm going to be using this little one right here, just so we can focus it on a little bit more lower on the crease with Debonair, which is this color right here. I'm just gonna put that a little bit on the tip of the brush, and then we're just going to go into the crease. I'm going to be using this brush right here, which is M432. I'm going to put some concealer on the back of my hand and I'm going to cut my crease. I'm just grabbing some concealer and I'm going to place it right there. Okay, so this bundle right here does not have a synthetic flat brush like this one. The only one is this one right here, but I already use it to conceal or to cut my crease, so I don't have anything else to actually use. So I'm going to be using my MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and we're going to put that in the inner part of our lid. Whew, that is some pigment right there. These are so beautiful. Wow, it's going in like butter. Whew. So we're going to go in halfway. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is a darker gray and is called Iconic. I'm flipping the brush and I'm using the clean side, and I'm going to focus that in the outer part. All right, so now I'm going to do my wing liner and add some false lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to prime my face using the Poreblem Primer, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my problem areas, which is right here where I have the most pores. And the lashes that I have on are the Salon Perfect 615. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is the foundation that I have been wearing a lot, and I'm going to be using this Morphe M439 brush. I've never actually applied it with a brush before. I always use my beauty blender, but for the sake of the video, that's a foundation that I've been using lately because it actually matches me the best right now for my complexion. I'm not as tan as I was in summer, and I actually used the Fenty foundation the other day, and it was a big mess because it's just too dark right now. So I didn't realize how light I've gotten due to the winter in Florida. So yeah. So that is my second pump. So I'm using this brush. It does feel a little pokey when I go like this. It doesn't feel as soft as my Sigma F80. I mean, it doesn't hurt. What a savage. But it's blending my foundation very nicely. Okay, so I'm going to set my concealer using the Patrick Star setting powder, and I'm going to be using the M438 to do so. And I'm going to set everywhere where I put concealer. This is a really good powder. Alright, so now that we have that set, I'm going to move on to the eyes again. I'm going to be taking this shade, which is the second shade that we use, Powder Room. So I love this little brush. This one is the E18, and this one is from the Elite collection, and you can tell how it's like different in quality. It's not pokey at all, which I love because this is my under eye and I don't want anything to be like poking me outer corner all the way to halfway. And I'm going really low on it. Now using a smaller brush, which is another favorite. This one is the E36. It's even smaller than the one that we used before. This is the one that we used before, and this one is the new one. You can tell it's like little baby brother or something. We're going to go to this shade right here, which is Debonair, and we're going to just place that on the outer corner and going in a third of the way. All right, now using a even smaller brush, and you've probably seen this one in my tutorial so many times because I love this one. This one is the M213 because it's so tiny and so precise for color. I'm going to take the Diamond Jubilee shade right here. I'm probably not pronouncing anything right, but that's okay. Place that in the inner corner of our eye. And I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is the highlighting shade. And I'm going to place that in the very inner corner of my eye. Okay, now I'm going to just place the same highlighting shade in the very top of my brow bone. Okay, now using a clean blending brush, this is the M513. I'm just going to blend the color. So now I'm going to be coating my lower lashes, and I'm using the MAC Gigalack Mascara. For contour, I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. And I'm going to be using the E8, which is a really small rounded brush. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Tan. And I'm just going to set on the sides. And this helps my bronzer as well, my contour, blend into my skin a little bit better. And this brush is the E41, and it's such a heavy, nice quality brush, so soft. So I'm going to be using this bronzer, which is the Makeup Forever M30, and I'm going to be using the R2, which also comes in the kit, of course. And this was my favorite brush like for a long time. I think that as soon as I got the kit, I actually fell in love with this brush. I just think that it's like so perfect for bronzing your face, and it's so soft and so beautiful. I love it. I think this is like my favorite brush out of the whole entire thing, plus the little detail brushes. the eye brushes. I think these it's just, I don't know, they're my favorite out of the whole entire bundle. Those are my favorite. Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Highlighter, and this one is in the new shade 050, and this one is the Molten Rose Gold. So this is what it looks like. It's a really nice rosy color, and I'm going to be using the famous brush by Morphe. Everybody highlights with this brush, like a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people. M510 is the brush, and I'm going to be putting a little bit, and it is a really nice brush to highlight with. That's a really nice highlight. Woo! That's like, bam! You see that? For blush, I'm going to be using the Luminoso by Milani, and I'm going to be using it with the M530. And I think this brush is pretty perfect because it's like super tiny, and I want to be precise with my blush. So for lips, I'm going to be lining my lips with using the Colourpop 951. Okay, and for lips, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Darling Nude. I'm just going to pop this in the center. And to top it off, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs, and this one is in Skin Deep. I'm just going to focus that in the center of my lips. And I'm setting everything with my Urban Decay All-Nighter. So yeah, this is the final look. So yeah, this is it. I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these for you, and I'm going to insert a picture right now. Those are all finger swatches, and they are completely amazing. I can tell right away that I am going to be using this palette a lot, especially for dramatic and just dramatic looks, because this palette is so good. However, you can go ahead and still use this palette for your neutral colors, as you can see right here. You can follow me on all of my social medias, which is Makeup by Gerel, and I will keep you updated on this palette and how it's actually performing. I have no doubt in my mind, ColouredRaine, it's a great company, especially their shadows. They're very buttery and super pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. But yes, I will keep you posted on that. Now, in regards to the brushes, these are the brushes that I did not use. As you can see, we have a little bit two more detailed brushes, which are amazing, especially if you want to do like concentrated right on the crease in the outer corner. These are very small and very nice. We have two more blending brushes we did not use. As you can tell, those are a lot of blending brushes, which are fantastic. This one I never use because this is like how she uses is to put powder here. So, but I always do my eyes first, so I never really see myself using this brush. These two brushes, you can use them for contour or blushes. So these are all the brushes that I did not use. However, these are all the brushes that I did use. So out of all the blending brushes, which is the M573 brush right here, it is a little pokey, but you know, nothing like too crazy. Like, that's my only complaint out of all these brushes. I love the fact that it brings so many blending brushes. I do love them. Different sizes, you know, different length, different fluffiness. I love that because you really want to start with like the biggest blending brush just to blend everything, and you want to work yourself down in the darker shades. That's the way that I like to do my makeup, but you can do however you want to, but that's the way that I like it, and it actually just blends so beautiful, and you can never go wrong with too many blending brushes, really. So you can never have too many blending brushes, let me just leave it as that. And all the brushes perform really, really well. I love the detail brushes. They are totally my favorite. They are so soft, and especially this one right here. This one has to be super cheap. I don't know how much it is, but it's the M213. It's so tiny. It's so perfect for the lower lashes, or just to highlight your inner corner, or you know, very detailed. I love that. So yeah, so this bundle is $155, but if you use a discount code, then you'll get a little bit of a discount. The shipping, like I said in the beginning, it's a little bit different. It depends on where you actually getting it shipped. I don't know if they do international shipping. I'm not really familiar with their website, but you can go into Morphe's website and find all that information. So I think that this bundle is worth it. Absolutely, I totally do 100%. These brushes will allow you to create a really nice detailed look for an eye makeup. As you can see, you have a lot of blending brushes, detail brushes, and that's pretty much all you need. You won't have to buy any other brushes. These are the only ones that you have to buy. The only one that you will have to buy, though, let me take that back. The only brush that you will need to get is this one, which is the MAC 242, and this one is a flat synthetic brush. It doesn't come in the bundle, so definitely pick up this one if you haven't used the MAC 242 to press on the lid. Any like shimmery metallic shades, this is like the best, my opinion. You can do whatever you want. My opinion, you can pick whatever you want, but that is just my opinion. This is what I use all the time, and I love it. I can never go wrong with the 242 from MAC to pack color on my lid. So yes, that is it for the makeup tutorial and the review on the Morphe brushes. I hope that this was helpful to you, that in any kind of way I was able to just give you the information that you needed to make that decision on either going for it or not going for it. So yes, you can leave me a comment down below and let me know if you already have these brushes, or if you're going to get these brushes. What about the palette? What do you think about the palette? Do you think it's something up your alley? Do you think that is something that you might be interested in purchasing? Let me know down below. I want to thank you so much for staying until the end with me. Thank you so much for your constant support, for liking my videos, for commenting, for sharing it, for you even sharing it, like just thinking about that I am worthy, that you like me, that you think that I have a little bit of skills, maybe a little bit of information that could help somebody else, and you actually share it. I want to thank you so much, so very much for doing that for me. It helps me so much, and it just gives me more, like, I don't know, fire inside to continue on doing this, and to, yeah, continue on doing what I love, which is talking about makeup and playing with makeup and everything makeup. So yes, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.